time out. It's an obstacle. You know, you get.
Greeny Travels. Hello, big puppy. Well, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit different because we are sitting here. It's not a vlog. Normally I do vlogs, but today I'm gonna do a little sit down video with Brian, aka Greeny Travels. I'm sure you guys already know him. If you don't, please go check his channel out. What is your channel about?
Well, it's just pretty much my life and different things that interest me, different facets of my career, my travels, et cetera, et cetera. Initially, when I retired, I thought I would just be traveling a lot. And I had an Instagram page named Greeny Travels with tons of pictures from way back. And, you know, I thought I'd be doing traveling all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, the pandemic happened and Thailand was a very safe place at the time when I kind of relocated here. I knew I didn't want to spend another winter in America and just kind of chilled here and kind of started building a little bit of a life here. So this is my base, and I'm not traveling as much as I thought I would. So I've mixed in different things, mixed in a little bit of, with my career. I used to be in law enforcement, and at one point I was investigating fraud. So that's something that's very intriguing to me. And I hear lots of stories here about people getting defrauded. I throw that into it. I have a background also in real estate. So as you know, we're also looking at some properties. I do real estate. And what else interests me? And, you know, I've done a lot of the visa stuff myself, a lot of, you know, just different standard things that you may pay an agent to do here or you may not. And I've done a lot of that myself. So I make some videos about my experiences with that stuff just to maybe help other people out. Mm-hmm. And it seems to be a topic of interest with a lot of my subscribers and others. So
his channel is very informational. If you guys are looking for some information regarding to life in Pattaya or how to work around visas, how to
do vlogs too. You know, I try to mix those in, you know, and then when I do travel somewhere, kind of travel vlogs, you know, it just with those, you know, some are of huge interest to people, some aren't. I never know where I'm going to go that people are, you know, are going to be interested in or not. This is kind of a hobby. I mean, it's picking up, it's doing better. So I'm trying to take it pretty seriously and put out, you know, a decent product, but you know, it's not, my life doesn't depend on it. You know,
he's retired, by the way. So
right. So I just do whatever I want to do.
What are your plans for your life and retiring here? Are you planning to stay here forever? Do you plan to go back to America anytime soon?
Not anytime soon.
No?
No, I like it here. I was just in America for 6 weeks and, you know, I had a nice visit and, you know, spent most of the time where I'm from in Michigan. I went to New York. And then now I'm back here. It's nice to be back. It is pretty humid here though. The weather right now is a little bit of a killer. I mean, you just step out and you start sweating your ass off. Yes. You know, so that's one thing I do miss from the Midwest in the spring and fall. I love that. But really, I'd like to at some point get back to a little bit more traveling as the world's gotten back more normal again and whatnot. So no plans. I don't, you know, I'm old, Fern. I'm not a young puppy like you. I mean, I'm just here. I'm retired. I, you know, hang out at the pool when I'm not making videos and stuff, and just maybe go play a little rummy cube with the.
Just living his best life, basically.
Yeah.
But so what do you love most about Thailand?
Well, the thing that drew me to Thailand is sort of a base. I mean, the one negative is so far from America, and so I tried to look at similar places closer to America. You know, I'd been in a lot of the Caribbean islands and you know, Colombia, Panama, like just different places you could think of where somebody may want to retire in a tropical environment. And none of those places were for me either. I didn't enjoy the food as much as I do out here. I didn't feel as safe as I do out here. So I've always, the first time I traveled to Asia was 2010. And I just love the whole Asian culture and the food. The cuisine is just the bomb. You know, Japanese food. I love Taiwan. I want to get back there, but you know, it's just a little iffy with politics right now, but I did love Taiwan. I've been to Hong Kong, many places here, and Thailand's a great base. You know, it has everything I want because the infrastructure, the internet, the food, you know, and then I, you know, obviously got married,
cost of living,
dating and everything. Important. People are so friendly here and smiling, you know, just happy, nice people. So I love it. I've been to a few other places here, and still Thailand's my favorite in this area. You know, if it got to be one day that I thought like, oh, I found some like, oh, Singapore, like for some reason I loved it. Maybe I would have relocated there, but I didn't, Thailand's still my favorite.
Yeah.
It's such a variety. You
Yeah.
can be in Phuket or you want the city Bangkok, and Bangkok's a great city. And this area is great. The Pattaya, it's like you got big city, but you can still have it kind of peaceful, like where I live, where it's quiet,
Yeah.
Beachy.
Yeah. Yeah. You can pick and choose where you want to live.
Right.
There are different areas.
Yeah.
Hello, sick puppy.
Oh.
What's up, Steve?
What up?
How are you doing? Taking a little break.
Time out.
Time out.
Yeah. Do you live here?
Yes, he's living
I
here.
didn't know you live here. All right. Hey, are you going Saturday to the
YouTube meetup?
I guess, yeah.
July 1st?
Maybe,
Oh, that's right. It started in the month.
what's
Yeah.
this Saturday?
The pub.
The pub.
The pub.
I'll give you. I'll get on a hold of you. If you can hang out after, you think? Or, yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing here? Hanging out?
An interview.
Interview.
But we looked at a unit here.
Vlogging.
I'm making
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I love people. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Great location.
Oh, yes. Everything. I just came back from the pedicure and manicure.
Ooh.
Oh, you look beautiful.
you
You
look
look
so
beautiful.
pretty.
Oh, you wrote a book.
No, I got this
What?
in Freetown.
So Steve wrote this book. If anybody's interested in buying this, it's $59.99, not by US dollars, and it's got all the. See, if you get rich with this, I get 10%. I'll put the,
Later.
yeah, so I like it here.
Is cost of living a part of the reason why you're here as well?
I could live anywhere. I mean, I was working, before I retired in America, so I still have like a police pension, and
Yeah.
I don't have that second salary from the job I had, but I'm okay. I can live very comfortably here in Thailand, and in America.
If you compare the cost of living compared to America, and
It's the food.
What's the difference,
everything.
approximately?
75% cheaper here as far as food. But the car I bought, that was expensive. That was more expensive than America for the
Yes.
same car. But your daily day-to-day things of just living life is going to be at least half of as expensive. Half the price here.
like going out, eating
Yeah,
out,
beer, food,
yeah, entertainment.
entertainment. Movies going to cost you about the same.
Yeah.
Just certain
Shopping
things,
is cheaper as well here.
Some things you can just go to markets or go buy.
Yeah.
As long as you don't care about this is
Brand
not the
names,
brandest name,
yeah.
but it's a good one from the sporting goods store, and these are thin. And this I don't know what I paid, maybe 150 baht or something, like
Yeah.
$8-10 for a shirt. It's not,
It's
it's
very
cheaper.
cheap. Yeah, it's very cheap.
Yeah. So I love that. If I was still in America, like I'd probably, even if I didn't work at that job, I'd still be doing like, dealing with maybe rentals or flipping house. I'd still
Yeah.
be staying busy, but here, I stay busy with the YouTube. I get a little bit of money from it. Obviously not as much as doing something real, but
Yeah.
it's like
It's
a
a hobby
hobby, and
for
maybe
you.
it'll just keep building up.
Yes.
I got a website. I'm going to be launching. It's called gettothailand.com.
Ooh.
You can spell it get to, whatever you want to do. And I'm putting all the information in there about, just visas and phone service. And I'm trying to think of anything that people have asked me questions, because people still asking questions. I just want to have a clearinghouse, one
Yes.
place for all the answers to any, most of the common questions I get. Not to mention, people approach with affiliate, different little things. So I'm just trying to put everything in one clearinghouse. I can just say, just check that, and all your answers.
Yeah.
So that should be out there soon.
Yeah, cool. So what made you start your YouTube channel?
Just my passion to travel, and really, I didn't think anybody was going to watch it. I pretty much knew I was retiring from my job, and I was in law enforcement. I work with a bunch of guys, and they're all like, "Oh, you're going to travel, make sure you take lots of pictures." I'm like, you know what? I'll just start a YouTube channel. That way I can just load it on, and they can access it whenever they want. And so I opened it, I think it was about the fall of 2019. I was going on a trip to Colombia and Panama. And so I made a few videos there kind of explaining like why, I'm getting ready to retire. I'm just going to make a YouTube channel to follow my travels. Because like I said, I thought it was going to be travel. Nobody knew in the fall of 2019 that the world would be locked down. And so I ended up retiring, and then I came to Thailand, and that's when the pandemic started. So I'm starting making videos, but my plan was to leave. I was going to go to Malaysia, Vietnam. I actually had plane tickets, everything to Vietnam. I was going to go to many places, and everything got cut short. So after that first season of starting YouTube, nobody knew about my channel. I maybe had 60 or 80 subscribers. Okay. Then when everything happened, and I'm like, well, I started investigating different things. I wanted to get out of America. So like I had went to Turkey for a while, but then I got information about, the retirement visa that opened up for Thailand. I was able to get that. And this was like October of 2020. And so I got the retirement visa and I just came back here full time. And I think really what happened is when I did 2 weeks in quarantine and made a couple videos about that, I'm thinking my friends, relatives are watching. Well, next thing you know, people are picking up on these videos when I'm in quarantine, because I was like literally one of the first people back here. I mean, on a Friday when they opened up the retirement visa during COVID, they reopened it. My application was in that day.
Oh, wow.
I was in Turkey. By Tuesday, I was home. By Wednesday, it was approved.
Oh, wow.
And I had to send my hard copies in. So literally, I was like in line to be one of the first people in quarantine.
Oh, wow.
And so when I started doing those videos, my channel just, ever since then, just took off. Like, even though I wasn't ready for it, I didn't know how to edit. All I had was on my phone. I didn't know anything about it. I suck at it. I'm a little better now because I've learned how to edit. But it's still, I'm not a professional. I have no background in this. I'm just, some videos may get...
Trying your best.
Yeah,
right?
800 views, and then some may interest people, and I'll get 200,000 views. I don't know. I mean, it's just random to me. I'm just...
Well, if you're retired and if you're looking for a hobby, I feel like YouTube is a great hobby for people, and
It's
also
fun. I met so many people.
Yeah,
I met you.
exactly. We met each other
Right.
through YouTube, and I'm
Right.
so grateful to have met
Right.
Brian. I don't
Yeah.
even know what to call him because like his name is Brian, but his friends call him
Greeny,
Greeny, and I'm like
everybody calls him.
Greeny, Brian,
Yeah,
Greeny,
yeah.
Brian.
Isn't it weird that we got here and like, how many people today just looking at condos? Three subscribers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's getting like that now. It's weird. It's like people watch your channel and they recognize me. My kid was in town. We're in Bangkok, and I had 2 or 3 different people approach us when we're out in a night on Bangkok. My kid, and they're like, people really like my kids don't watch that crap. They're like,
They're like, do they really watch you,
they
Dad?
have no interest in this, and they're like, it's just weird. It's weird, but
Yeah.
it's fun. I do meet a lot of nice people, and I've met like Steve, the guy that just walked up on us.
Yes.
That's how I met him. We hung out on New Year's Eve last year, actually with my kid. My kid loves Steve. He was like, just cracked him up. He's a funny guy.
There are so many amazing people here, and many interesting characters here as well.
If I was an interesting character, my channel would probably be double. I'm just some friggin' guy making recordings for his friends they used to work with that are cops. They're all dull, boring cops like me.
Well, now you have friends from all over the world, so that's amazing.
Yeah. I just keep it real and just try to be honest and just, I am very critical of things. It's just my nature from being a cop. I look at, some people look at the glass half full.
Empty,
I always look at it half empty because it's just a negative person. I'm trying to pull out of that and be more positive.
That's why he's hanging out with me.
Yeah, she's the anti-green. You are kind of, you're so upbeat, and I'm like, these bastards screwed me over again.
It's okay, Greeny.
But I'll tell you like it is. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
I'll
I think
probably
that's what
get
I really
sued.
love about you. It's just like your honesty and your realness, and I feel like that's what people love nowadays.
I'm just waiting to get sued from a bad review or something, because I'm not like, I got some there's videos on my channel from restaurant that are like, I didn't
you
leave
have to be honest about it, right?
Yeah, I know, but here it's like, everybody's threatening to sue you for
everything.
A bad review. I'm gonna put you in jail, but I don't worry about it. Whatever.
So out of all the places in Thailand, what made you choose to come to Pattaya rather than Phuket?
Another thing
Chiang
with
Mai?
timing, all a timing thing. I got back out of quarantine. Literally, I'd already been to Phuket. It's nice, but just that island for me, it's a lot more rain there. There's some different things with Phuket that it's just too far. It's just all the way to the south. So, I mean, I liked Koh Samui. When I got back here, I heard it was totally dead. So I came here. I looked a little bit in Pattaya, which is where I ended up in Grand Avenue at first. But I looked in Jomtien at the Riviera, and that whole area, it was dead. I went to Hua Hin, dead. Bangkok was okay. I mean, but just the most lively kind of thing was that Soi Buakhao area where there were still, expats out and restaurants open. And I figured, okay, I'll start there and kind of look around. Then I ended up just, looking at COVID priced condos, been like, well, I think it'll be a decent investment right now. I'm definitely not going to lose money. on kind of getting something that I'm buying at that point.
Mhm.
And so I just bought a condo and I'm here, but it's a great base. I'm waiting for Utapao Airport to open up more flights, and I'm 20 minutes from there, and I can just get over there and fly to Phuket, fly
Yeah.
to Samui, fly
Very
to
convenient.
Chiang Mai, and
Mhm.
that's why, just a convenience thing. And I didn't. It was a little too busy right in the middle of central Pattaya, and so it's quiet, but I can get there in half hour, or
Yeah.
jump 10, 15 minutes,
Yeah.
and so it's fine. It works fine for me. I mean, it checks most of the boxes.
And in the future, would you consider moving to another city or town in Thailand, or would you?
Yeah, I've been in my condo 2 years. After 3 years, your tax status changes a little bit on selling it. They've changed things around, so there's a possibility I could have to pay like a 5% tax if I sell it. So I'm on a 5-year plan. Plus, they got some developments they're looking at doing out there that may help the value of my condo go up even more, which I'm looking forward to. You never know, but I definitely can see from other units selling. With Ocean View, I don't think I'm going to lose money, and I'll make a little bit. And so basically, it's like living for free, instead of paying rent.
Mhm.
If it works out, and if not, big deal. I definitely won't lose what I would have paid in rent.
Yeah.
So.
But would you
That's
consider moving to another city, or?
Oh, maybe I like Koh Samui. Maybe I would
Yeah.
look down there. I would consider if I get bored of this area after 3 more years.
Uh-huh.
I could always rent out my unit if I decided bad enough I wanted to go
True.
somewhere else. You never know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I'm happy.
Cool.
I got a lot of friends in this area. It's a nice central point in Thailand. I
Yeah.
find it.
And do you find yourself like getting bored anytime?
Sure, but that's the good thing with this YouTube. Like, I just make a stupid video or a good video or a silly video, and then it takes time to edit it and do a lot of things with that. So that takes up my time. And if I have time, I'll go to the pool or go
Yeah.
play games with people that I would live in my unit, or maybe we'll go eat or just sit down by the pool and have beers, or or go to Panx Ray, go to Jomtien, whatever. I find things to do. Golf, there's
All kinds of
there's a
activities,
million golf
yeah.
courses in this area.
Yeah, there's a
you
lot of
know.
stuff to do here.
Go on motorbike rides with
Mhm.
the guys, go look at beaches.
Yeah.
Um,
Go boating.
yeah, I
Jet
wish they had a
skiing or
bowling
whatever.
leagues. They've been a
Ooh,
boating.
bowling. Oh, boating.
Yeah,
yes.
they used to have a bowling alley that had leagues for expats, and now they really don't. I wish I could find something like that, but the lanes at the mall, they don't do leagues. They
No,
just
they
do
don't do leagues.
pickup. But
Yeah.
that would be kind of fun one day a week, maybe. But no, I stay busy, and I'm retired. I'm not supposed to be busy.
Yeah. You're supposed to be somewhat bored, but living your
Yeah, I'm
best
not
life.
bored. I'm not as bored as I could be yet.
Yeah.
So I need to get more bored.
You need to get more bored.
Yeah,
So, what is the most annoying thing about living in Thailand? Of course, there are pros and cons with every place
I've
you
made a
live,
million
right?
videos about the things that's annoying. Obviously, we were just talking. So sometimes I drive my motorbike. Today I drove my car,
Mhm.
and that's a new car. I'm a little worried about it getting scratched or something. But people are it's an obstacle course. You get off of Sukhumvit, which is already an obstacle course. You get on Second Road, Jomtien, and there's a bus stopped here in the second lane. You got to go here. Then it's cut off the one lane. Then motorbikes are so driving is very nerve wracking. Like when I was just home in America, I'm driving, I'm on the highway. It's relaxing. You listen to music, you relax.
Yeah.
Sometimes here I don't even remember to turn music on
You're
because
just
you just
like-
gotta.
You're so
Yeah.
vigilant, right?
Yeah, you have to be hyper vigilant
Yes,
here.
hyper vigilant.
That really, as far as restaurants and foods and not getting right orders, I'm used to all that now. I expect, 25% of the time something's not going to be exactly the way I order it, and half the time I'll order like a stir fry thing, and I'll forget to say chicken, and I'm not going to, fry. She's like, well, just tell them, to bring it. And I'm like, no, I'll just eat it vegetarian. It's fine. It's my own fault, and you just got to roll with the punches because the pluses outweigh the minuses. Right?
Yes.
Compared
yes,
to
yes.
being, in
Yes.
America and not dealing with winter and cold weather and
Yes.
this
Yes.
and that.
Yes.
But,
And also, I think it's very important to come here with an open state of mind as well.
yeah,
Don't be too stuck in your own ways. I find that,
gotta roll with the punches.
yeah, you got to roll with the punches. I find that people who are too stuck with their routine or their habit and they change,
They don't make it here.
yeah, they
They go
wouldn't make
back
it here
or-
because it would be too much of a change for them. Because Thailand is not America, it's not Europe, it's Thailand.
You just
So-
can't. You just gotta sabai, they say.
Yes.
But I gotta tell you, even I had made several trips to Jamaica, and it's a different island, different culture, everything. But some things are similar as far as your experience in restaurant. Like you got complaints here. You go to Jamaica, you're not getting your food for at least an hour. Like here, you'll get your food. They may bring hers and mine 10 minutes later. You know, that's the Thai way. They don't bring everything. And if you want salt and pepper, sometimes you have to ask for this and that. But, you know, like Jamaica is 100 times more laid back than this. Like you better, you know, you're going to be waiting at least an hour to get your food. So get some drinks, you know, things like that. It's like that in the Caribbean. It's just, you know, it's sabai times 10, you know, and,
so it's more sabai than here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Jamaica.
Wow.
Yeah. I've been to the Dominican, but there I was like more in a private area. But then there I went to like some cities, and it kind of like, oh, you know, you leave your villa and there's armed guards there at the front. You know, it's like it's, you know, it's a little bit more shady that, and Colombia and different places. You know, I like them, and I'm not where I go into bad neighborhoods. Like I just, you know, I just do that. But here I just never. You know, I just have a little bit more at ease feeling, which, you know, there's plenty of scams and different things that can happen here. You can get knifed here. Anything can happen anywhere, anywhere in the world. You can get scammed. You can meet the wrong spouse or the wrong, like I've done some videos on dating and marriage and bad things that happen. Well, you know, the reason why I don't put the good thing is because nobody would watch the video. Like nobody cares about a normal good marriage, which there's lots of them here, but everybody's intrigued about, you know, this angle or that angle, or how this happened to that person or that, you know, so. You know, I just covered that. That can happen anywhere in the world. People have asked me, hey, Greeny, you're a cop. Tell us some of those stories from America. I got a couple. I'll put them out there, and if people are interested, if they're not, I won't put them anymore. We'll see.
Yeah. I feel like you should do whatever makes you happy. Whatever you really want to allow.
Whatever you feel like doing that day, you just do. It's not like
just
it's
go
a
with
business
the flow.
or
just go with the flow.
Yeah, you know, it's not like I'm trying to, you know, maybe
have a niche or something.
Right. Maybe 1,000 people will enjoy a certain video I do, but it's not going to get 50,000 views. But I got like a lot of regular subscribers. They like to hear about, like, everybody likes different things. So even if I only pleased 1,000 or 2,000 people, you people that didn't enjoy it, don't get mad. Like some people do enjoy different aspects of, you know, my travels. And since it's not like, if this was like, oh, I got to make an income on it, then I'm going to do what I know. I know what people will watch. Yeah. You know, when it comes to some of the visa information and the real estate and there's certain things that I know will perform better than others, but some of my subscribers, they enjoy the daily vlogging type of things, you know, so I'll still continue with it. And they say,
think it's good to have a mix of different content, because I think they would get bored if they just see like one type of content.
I don't know if it affects your channel if you make I wouldn't say crappy videos, but 3 videos that don't aren't directed to the mainstream of the YouTube hemisphere. But then you make one, you know, those other 3 you made that didn't perform as well in the analytics, your other one may. You know, it's just all random. It's all different random, and so you can't look at that stuff too much. Just make whatever you want, and you know.
And for people who would like to live in Thailand and they don't have an income yet, and if they want to start YouTube and try to make an income from YouTube, what would you say to them? Is that a good idea?
For doing YouTube?
Yes, for you doing YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, anybody can do it. Trust me, if I can do it, anybody can do it. 'Cause she saw me on my camera today. Greeny, you got to hit play. Okay. You know how many, probably my best videos are videos you guys never saw because I forgot to hit play. Like when things happen.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah, I mean, I'm anybody can do it. The thing is just like you know, people picked up on it a little bit because of just circumstance. Because I was one of the few people here over the pandemic, you know, and so it got more elevated than it would have otherwise. And then you start getting a little bit more confidence, and then you find, like, oh, this might be interesting. I'll share this, that, you know. You get more into it, but anybody can do it, you know.
Yeah.
And there's different things. People can not even show their face. People can make videos about random,
whatever,
you know, lists. People do lists,
just
like
be
my
creative,
top 5 this, anything. Just try to think of your own little thing and run with it, and you never know. But the thing is, have patience. Don't just try it 6 months and be like, I give up. Yeah. I mean, you know, it was a year and a couple months before, you know, once you're kind of getting.
How long did it take for you to get monetized?
Yeah, that was until I got back. So
a year.
It was over a year. Yeah,
over a year.
Like a year and 3 months or something, maybe.
So if you guys are planning to do YouTube as a hobby or or I wouldn't say passive income, or as an income stream, we would highly recommend.
Sometimes it'd just be like this when you're starting, and then all of a sudden one video could get you monetized. Just boom. and then you're on your way. You know, people they discover you. YouTube's not just gonna send you out and have you be discovered yourself. You know, it takes time, and they'll push something out if they feel it's the right content.
Well, thank you so much for your time today, Brian, and thank you for talking to us.
Okay.
Fist bump.
All right. Make sure you subscribe to FERN Unfiltered.
Oh, thank you. And make sure you subscribe to Greeny Travels. I will leave the link to his channel in the description box below. So make sure to go down there and check that out. If you guys are new, please consider subscribing for more videos. And please don't forget to hit that notification bell so YouTube notifies you every time I upload a new video. And thank you so much. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.